Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Aquarius. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Aquarius, some cards are showing. The Three of Swords with the Six of Cups. No. 8. Sorry, I'm just looking at 6. It's 8 cups. Oh, Aquarius. Talking about leaving. Wanting to leave because of disappointment. Disappointments cause you to leave a scene. Moving on because of disappointments. Moving on to heal disappointments. We have a World card. We have our Seven of Cups. So 7 going into 8. So it's because of confusion. Someone's angry. Earth sign. Someone's angry because they were placed into a situation of confusion, or they created confusion. Putting an end to a cycle, leaving. There's disappointment. That's where the anger is. It's disappointment. You know, when I was cleaning the astrology, herbal astrology, sorry. Words are being twisted around. Again, it's part of the reading. Words are being twisted around. I was cleaning this deck, preparing it for your read, and the Rule card fell out. And the Rule card is for protection. Now I see why. There's anger. There's a lot of anger. Aquarius, you're fighting or you're struggling. There's a money problem. Some people are losing money. Some people are fighting for money because of confusion, family situations, judgment. Somebody's not happy with a judgment call. Somebody's not happy with a judgment brought out by a judge. Fighting in the family, fighting over money, turning your back on family, wanting to heal, or just moving away from arguing, moving away from anger, going on your own, looking for change, wanting things to change. The moon is showing. Again, I'm doing this reading at the end of June. I'm going to call it end of June. This will carry through until full moon, which would be on the 11th of July. And then, of course, I'm going to bring in the July reads. This is just, I don't know, it's just the way it happens. And we have the sun showing. Three of Swords from before. So we come back to full circle. So the moon with the sun. And the King of Swords, again, it's really holding your ground. It's being secretive. It's finding out secrets. And then we have our King of Cups. So really determined. Very aggressive. It's someone's being stubborn. Could be a water sign that you're dealing with. Could be you, Aquarius, going through whatever it is that you've been through this month of June. Results show that it's a negative for some of you, or for people that you're dealing with. It's coming out negative and they're arguing with you. There's fighting. There's 10 of Wands says that there's an ending of a burden. Then we come back with the 8 of Cups saying that this is the end. You are leaving. 10 of Swords. Truth has come out about the past. Family, children, someone's being childish. Take it as it resonates. You've had a difficult month for June because we're at the end. And we see the Knight of Cups with the Sun. So you're following what you want to do to get to your happiness. You're very determined. Either you're getting news, certain truth, or you're following what you want to get to your happiness. Come August, you'll see a change. And again, the Judgment. There was a judgment call, or you made a judgment, or there's a second chance. Someone wants a second chance to make things change. But there is, the Tower coming in brings in that judgment. So there's a complete change that is coming your way, has already arrived. You're going through the motions of that change. And you're going to heal. So you're on the verge, like you've decided, as the judgment call would go, you've decided, or you have come into particular judgment by courts for abundance or ending up of relationships with family, for children, divorce proceedings for some, in the sense where alimony is determined. For some of you, you were waiting for that final judgment to come in. Knight of Cups says that you can move on now and the confusion is over. Aquarius, very busy month of June, or you were waiting for news to come in and it has finally come. Coming to the end of this month, and now we're starting with the new moon. Well, the new moon, yeah, we're still through the phases of the new moon, and we're moving toward the full moon. So whatever you're manifesting or have manifested is taken on form. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Aquarius, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Here we have the Page of Pentacles, a new beginning. We have the Queen of Wands, your independence, your determination. August means something here. Tower and Judgment again with the Six of Wands. So you have a victory. You've come through the final judgment, or the change that you were waiting for has arrived. Now you can move on. You can start up. You're focusing on money, so you know where you stand, where your money is concerned. Whether you've paid out or have to pay out is I didn't see the Six of Pentacles. I saw the Six of Cups. So either you're receiving money or you're paying out, but that is really determined by your situation. I'm using the Stained Glass Tarot by James Edward, and the Oracle deck is the Herbal Astrology by Adriana Ayales. I feel like it's systematic. It's very technical, your reading. It feels very technical, like you've been waiting. You've been through something that, or you've been through this month of June has been very technical for you, where you're going through the motions of it has to happen in this way. There's no choice here for you. It was chosen for you. It's as if destiny sort of put you on this pathway for this month of June. It's what it's feeling like. It's very technical. I'm using the Gothic, again, the Gothic. That Gothic tarot is haunting me. I'll bring it out. I will bring it out, but it's not yet. It's not ready for that one yet. The Celtic Cross. starting with our first card out is the Three of Cups. So family or third parties, or just having that sense of celebration. You know that you can celebrate now. You've either, because of your victory, you've won. And again, this reading is taken on the end of the month, not the beginning of July. This is the end of June. So you've come into your victory and you're celebrating. For some of you are reckoning with third parties, holding back. Some of you are celebrating and deciding what to do next with what you've won. Your victory has come to you, and you're deciding, or you're being a little prudent, or you're thinking a lot more. You're still thinking about how you came into what you came into, if you came into some abundance, or your judgment has arrived and you're dealing with what to do next. You're celebrating, but you're not splurging. You're not throwing it around. You're keeping it to yourself, that sense of satisfaction. Let's see. Five of Wands says that deliberation is not over. You're thinking what to do. You're sort of on the fence as to should I, shouldn't I, with your next steps, your next move, that what action should be taken, as in what do I want to do with what I have acquired. Let's see. The root of this is the Knight of Wands, because you want to start up something. For some, it's a business adventure that you want to go on, or some of us it's settling. It's not settling. Where am I going with settling here? Settling down with new circumstances, to travel or to stay where you are. So you're not sure what you want to do, how far you want to go, if you want to go somewhere, or how close to home you want to stay, or in the vicinity of. Seems like it's taken that step to go forward, but away from where you are, as if to settle down somewhere else, wanting to move, maybe wanting to start something, or you started something and you're not sure how far you want to take it. In the past, most recent past, is you've become in charge. You have some form of control. You've taken control. So again, that sense of abundance, where you decide what to do with what you have and how much you want to put out and where you want to put it. Again, you've invested, or you've received some form of payout, has brought you to a new status where you have more, or you're just taking control over your finances. For some, you're able to control or have a handle on your finances, or you're using them wisely now, or you're seeing where to put them, or you've made plans on where you want to spend your money. And your celebration is, you're holding off on celebrating. You're keeping it quiet. You're keeping it to yourself. But you're being independent. You're seeking that independence. You want to set yourself up so that you can stay in control of what you have. Not letting anybody control your next moves. And here we have the Knight of Cups. So again, that Piscean card. It's a future card, so a timing here would suggest the fruition is coming up. It's coming up. This could happen within the next full moon phase, because we saw the moon, I said August, so when I saw the lady, our Queen of Wands, and I called August, so if not in August, where you see that you're taking steps forward, you are shifting to March time, because it's a Piscean card, and the reflection in here is that you're following your heart. You're looking back too on what it is you really want to do, with things that you were planning on that you had to put aside. You're really looking inward. You're taking your time. You're moving slow. But you're following your dreams, you're following your heart, you're following your desires. You're really paying attention, and you're not rushing, because you know you don't need to. Again, he has a plan, and the plan is to do things properly, to set things up in a way that it's to your advantage. And if August is proving to be a risk, because that is our Knight of Wands and our Lady, our Queen of Wands. I keep saying Lady, but there's a particular reason Lady is coming up. So it is her, it is the Queen, it is for the feminine. There is a feminine who really puts herself first, and she is really, this is particular, not for everybody, because I keep saying the Lady. That Queen of Wands that I saw earlier, she is doing her, and she is not letting anybody stop her. Hence our King of Pentacles. She's really taking steps to set herself up, make sure that she is in the advantage. And that's only because she's been hurt deeply, very much so. Again, coming right back to the 3, where we see third-party situations may have come in and created that sense of confusion that she may have been in, that now she's come out of, and really settling in her mind, in her heart, what she wants. Really focusing on what she wants. Okay. Coming back to the general. Again, if August does not prove to be an easy time, in the sense where you're taking on what you want, you're moving into what you want, then we're moving all the way to March, because we're being prudent, we're being careful, we're not throwing things around, we're still deliberating within, we're looking at the risk involved, we're really holding back on what we want, as in, is it affordable? Will I lose? How much am I going to lose? I don't want to lose anymore. I've lost enough. That prudence is what I'm seeing here. With this Knight, he's really focused on what he wants, and he's going to take his time to get there. He's not rushing. 4 of Wands shows that we're on that equal ground, or we're thinking about marriage, we're thinking about proposing for others, because it takes on, and this is tarot, it's all different levels wherever you are. Some scenarios may not play for you, and then others do. So if it is that you are excited enough and you want to step forward with a proposal, some of you are looking at marriage, you're wanting to get into a relationship, because now you're feeling that you have that sense of control and you want to put that step forward. This is more of a masculine quality here that I'm feeling. It's a masculine read. Taking on the masculine read, just now it was feminine, now it's masculine. So if you are male and you're wanting to propose, you're going to do that in August. Or at least you're thinking about doing it in August. You're planning for it. August is a high point for you, Aquarius, because you've come into some abundance. You've come into that sense of, I'm in control and I want what I want. And I'm going for it because I feel I can take this chance. I want to take the chance. I want to risk fun. I want to take on that sense of adventure. I want to, meaning, again, the root of this read. For some of you, especially if you're male, you're ready to jump. You're ready to make that offer. You're thinking about it. You're really wanting to move on it, not just thinking about it. The Temperance card is someone is really healing here. So whomever you're dealing with, or you're stepping into that phase of I'm overcoming whatever it is I went through, male or female, this is irrelevant now. Whether you're male or female, it applies to both. The Temperance card here signifies that you've learned from the experience. Again, our King of Pentacles has stepped up. Could be you were in the Knight form, or you were in the Page form, or you were just in the Five of Swords predicament. I'm talking about beginning, middle of June, because I'm only reading at the end, and I'm seeing the repercussions of what's taken place in June heading into July with this read. So you've overcome, or you're overcoming. You're at the point of I've learned, I understand, now I did what I was supposed to do. I've come into what I needed to have. It has arrived. I got the news, and I'm going to do this, and I want to do that, and I'm ready. I'm able. Whomever you're dealing with, or what you can't see, this is what you can't see, it's hidden. It's just saying that you're moving forward, and it's a positive. If you're dealing with certain people, then they're turning around to be in the positive with you. It's a healing form, or form of healing, in the sense where relationships may be healing. This dilemma here above you is you're wondering, or you're dealing with people, or you're going over in your mind how to, or what is the relationship coming to, or where it will end up for some, because you're in a dilemma. You want to move forward with someone. Well, the answer is they want to as well. They're healing, or they're feeling better. If someone was ill, or you were dealing with someone who had gone to hospital, they're okay now, or they're coming out of whatever illness they had, or injury that they may have sustained. They're coming out of it. That's not for everybody. Others of you, it's a question of the environment that you're in. You're stepping up, you're rising up, you're changing circles from people who you were dealing with. See, the Nine of Cups says you're going to get your satisfaction. So it's, like I said, it's a positive. You're moving up, you're moving away from anything that's negative. The patience involved here is that it's a slow process of healing, but it's in the positive. So it's not that it's going to pick up. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Sorry. Aquarius, I have to pause. Sorry about that. My the balance on my stand there just decided, okay, no, not working for you. Okay, so here we have Ace of Wands, new beginning. This is the desire. Again, the fear in this is that you failed to start, but it's an ace. So even if it's in the reverse, or if I were to see where the fear is, it's a question of time. It's going to take a little longer. It's not that it's not going to happen, but you're going to start something new. Again, that desire for starting something new, for going on a venture, with opening up a business, or you have the means. You have the means to take on studies, or you can afford to. And the dilemma is in, what do I want to do with what I have? following the heart, Aquarius, following your heart, following your desires, being able to write, being able to create, to draw, to paint. If it is that is your forte, you want to begin, you want to do it. The fear is in that you're feeling that it won't happen, but it'll take a little while. And of course, if you have strong Capricorn in your chart, or if you have a reversed Saturn, then yeah, it may seem that it's been taken a long time, for a long time, and you may have to wait a little longer for some, but that's your fear. Now, the reality is, have you tried and tried and failed and tried and tried and failed? Well, if that's your reality, then try again, because this time you will succeed, because it's an ace. And an ace is that potential within you that you just have to allow yourself to explore and give yourself that opportunity. Again, what you can't see is that you are entering into a place of healing, or you have come through a difficult time, and healing is where you're headed. If it is that you are not sure of, or feeling that you can't because you're not sure, there's that uncertainty showing up here. Up here is the dilemma of I want to do this, I want to do that, but can I afford to do it this way? Do I have enough to start? Or, again, you have that adventure within you. Changing the plans is the worst thing that could happen, is that you change the plan and say, okay, I don't want to do this, I want to do something else. And you avoid, or you not avoid, well, you avoid going into something that you really, really want to do because you are afraid that you can't do it, or that it won't come to a success. The desire is to be creative and do it. So I would say, as advice goes here, Spirit is backing you up. You have the means. The passion is within you. You just need to set it free now. Because you see, you have the 5 here and you have the 5 there. So you're almost there, as if to say, well, okay, if you do start something now, chances are you will come to completion, because you have the ability, you have the means, you will get your satisfaction. Aquarius, it's a question of just giving yourself that opportunity to step forward. And there you have the 7 of Pentacles, ending on being patient, taking your time, investing into yourself, and waiting for that fruition to come in. It's a positive in the sense where it's going to take a little while, but if you know that, if you're going into a project knowing that it's going to take a while, because today we're talking about March, if nothing comes to you in September, in August, then it's just going to be a little longer in the coming. And that would be because it's a work of art that you're creating, or the time that it's going to take, you're going to come into, it's going to pay itself out. The investment in itself is going to pay out, because you have the 9 of Cups. You will get your satisfaction. We have the Page of Pentacles, because you're focusing on making money. And here that makes us the 8 of Pentacles. So it's because there's a lot of details that you must go through. Here, another ace showing. So you have the 2 aces to give you that momentum. Clarity is coming. Truth is coming. You've probably already received that, as in the news. And here we have the Page of Wands, more passion, more of a proposal to counteract our Knight of Cups. Here we have our Page of Wands. So again, the passion, that desire for creating something, and of course making changes to plans that you would have, as in, I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'm not sure if I want to do this. It's going to take you a little while to decide. And you know what? That doesn't stop you. It just means that you're paying attention to the details of what you want to do and the seriousness involved in carrying it out, because you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose on your investment, whatever you're putting out there. You want to go off and do your own thing. And it's a question of having that faith in yourself and being a little more forgiving and giving. And again, it's all about what you want to do, your commitment to the cause, being stubborn enough that you are in control. And again, the fear of not completing is where the devil comes in to say, I'm going to hold myself back because I'm too afraid. That obsession with failure that you may have, because it's your fear of success. You see, you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure if I can make it. I want to, but here are all the reasons why I shouldn't. Again, you're going to make changes, and your mindset is definitely going to shift, because the commitment to the cause, and I say to the cause, is whatever you're committed to, whatever it is that you want to do. That is where your dilemma is you need to pinpoint what you want and really stick to it. And we come back to the Three of Cups here. So it's a question of really being connected to what you want, because you've done something, you've come through, you've made it through, and the cycle has come to an end. You've succeeded, you have the success to carry you into the future with what you want to do, because you're going to have your success. Some of us may very well go into overindulgence, because the devil does show. Where does he show? He shows with our Page of Cups and our Two of Wands. So it's that obsession with controlling and changing and constantly shifting and not settling on one particular thing. And that is where your detriment is. Because if you can't settle down on one idea, again, that's where I was saying settling down. If you can't settle down on one idea, then nothing gets done. You have too many things happening. You want to complete too many things and nothing gets completed. So your task, your fear, and your task is to put the effort into one thing. And know that the other six other things, if you have 7 things going, you take one, the other 6 you can come back and finish. You're just going to take your time. But you must focus on one. Aquarius, take your time. You have all the time. You think you don't have enough time, but time is under no man's control. What is the Oracle message? It's a beautiful reading, especially coming toward the end of the month, where you can see that you look back on your progress, because you've achieved something, and you must see your achievement, because if you don't, then you're going forward still feeling incomplete. And if you do that, then you will not complete anything, and you're going to be, everything's going to just be up in the air. So not that I think you should force yourself, but you should be a little more stern with, I need to choose and really look into what you want, what you really want. What is the Oracle message for Aquarius? And this is a healing message. So let's see what you get. Oh, look at that, calendula. Purity, yes. Purity, the sun. Again, August. You see, I said it at the beginning. The sun is in August. And all this gold, all this yellow. See, he's all naked here. So that sense of purity, that truth. Doing what you love. See the little swing here? Being able to run around totally nude. Why not? If it makes you happy, do it. Aquarius. Let's see. Number 1, it's the first card. The sun. It's so August. I want to say Leo, but it's August. Maybe you have strong Leo in your chart because he falls under Leo. The Queen of Wands falls under Leo. And, well, he's Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. I'm seeing more the Capricorn than the Taurus in there. But let's see. Number one. This nice little book she has going on here. Innocence, childlike joy, humility, purity, new beginnings, trusting in life, vitality. Yeah. You see, I would look at the reverse just because that's where the fear would be. And here it says broken innocence, lack, mindset, instability, or inability to access manifestation. And that's what I meant when I was saying too many things happening. You want to do this, you want to do that. You need to settle on one. When you manifest, you can't manifest 10 different things at one time. You have to pick one. Resistance to new beginnings. So you are beginning. You got some form of success has come in, and you now you're at the brink, you're at the door of a new start. And this is where you get to choose. You need to choose, but you need to choose from what you love. And that can be difficult. I shouldn't say it's not, but it can be difficult. Historically, calendula was known as poor man's saffron, as it was used to add color and flavor to foods in place of the more expensive spice. Calendula petals are also added to salads and used as a dye for fabric and hair. From infusions to extracts to ointments, folk medicine healers in Europe prepared a wide array of healing remedies and foods with calendula. Its petals were used to induce menstrual flow, produce sweat during fevers, and cure jaundice. It's a healing herb. Physicians use calendula to treat viruses, stomach ulcers, liver issues, and skin infections. Traditionally, because of its astringent and anti-inflammatory powers, it was also used externally to treat burns, bruises, and wounds, and to help stop bleeding. Well, look at that. So if you're really into the physical here, play it back because I'm not going to read it again. But it's good for it's good for coloring if you're into dyes, or you don't want to use food coloring. But it also treats the viruses, stomach ulcers, liver issues, skin infections. And it's easy to come by. So you might want to add this to your first aid kit. Let's see where the guidance comes in. And it's new beginnings. We just want to look at the purity. It's a sense of letting go, free yourself. Let August be your time to shine. Calendula resembles the sun, a radiant, bright yellow or orange flower. It grows easily and spreads its joyful self across gardens. See, easily. Taking that ease of spreading your happiness and sharing with others, or maybe just allowing yourself to enjoy your happiness. Give that to yourself. If you're not able to share with others or you don't want to, just give yourself that joy. Symbolizing the gesture of universal abundance. Solar herbs are those that neutralize poison and air in the recuperation of vital forces. Calendula's gentle and abundant power reminds us of the realms of light. To be allowed entry within these angelic realms requires childlike innocence and humility. Don't allow pain from the past to disable your ability to dream a new life. Calendula represents the pure impulse to create, vitality and creativity needed to step into a new journey. All of what I was saying earlier. The radiance of Calendula is a superconductor, to be very aware and selective with your intentions when using her energy within a ritual, as she greatly amplifies your intentions. So if you can get your hands on some Calendula and you say, or you put the message out there to spirit while you have this in your hands, or even if you burn the dried flowers to do your manifestation, choose wisely. Go through what you really love and know that spirit is backing you up and you are being healed through doing that manifestation in itself. On that note, Aquarius, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.